Hey, beautiful people. I'm back with another video. So, tonight we're going to be talking about my very disrespectful and very prejudiced boss. So, let me just jump right into it, okay? I really don't want to get too deep into this, or so I'm just going to change some things. So, I worked downtown maybe 3 or 4 years ago, maybe sooner. Maybe it was sooner than that, but I'm not going to specify. We're just gonna call the place Waxies, okay? Because it was whack. Let me not, you know what? Let me not do that because of the company, but really, it was one particular person. You know, when everybody's kissing the boss's booty and booty kissing up, just tongue in the booty hole of the boss. You already know everybody, even if they know that it's wrong, is gonna go with the company or the boss. Because the boss, I'm pretty sure corporate didn't know what she was doing to me. See, I was younger then, so I didn't know how much power I had as far as getting that person in trouble. Now that I know what I know now, I drag these bosses, okay, when they do bull crap to me. You know, about this boss, what you should know. This boss in particular, she was racist, and I can prove that. Okay, she was of a certain race, and there were comments she made about my culture and my appearance that made me very uncomfortable. And she also was gay bashing as well. So, you know what? I think I'll get into the gay bashing in another story. I'll save that. So I was so thrilled. I was honored because as a chef, this is the type of company that'll make or break you and make you a boss, or so I thought. Really, to be honest, all they had in there were people who were underqualified for the jobs, and they were just a tool to them in the catering department. So it really wasn't what I thought it was, not with this type of person. This type of person only seeks to get people in there, underpay them because they're not really qualified. Um, I'm not going to say I was the best at everything, but the thing is, I'll tell you this. When there was something that I was told to do by the executive chef there, she would attack me. What am I going to call the executive chef? I don't even know. I don't even know what to call her. I don't like. There's so much anger comes back to mind because I was abused as an employee with her. So I'll specifically give you when I first started. When I first started, she seemed so nice, as do so many other people. But I'm gonna tell you this. You know, one thing that I never fared well with jobs on certain jobs with women, I've always been attacked. I've always been the woman that everyone wanted to make to look out like she's just this type of amorous, promiscuous woman. Like they wanted to attack my character. You know, insecure women, that's just what they do. They do it themselves. So if anyone doesn't know what if there's anyone who's been through this type of situation, it's not you. You didn't really do anything. Don't feel bad. Really, you should feel bad for those stupid women spreading it because they're really confessing their sins. People can only accuse you of what they're guilty of in those type of situations when they're spreading stuff about you and there's no reason. So, back to the point of the story. Sorry for my stuttering, y'all. So basically, my first day, she was very nice. She was very polite. I did nothing but bacon all day. Um, Personally, I'm gonna say this. That's why I thought for once that I was working someplace and this was gonna be stable and it, was gonna go good for me. Not. I want to say around my fourth day working there, this woman started to show her true colors. I'm gonna tell you, there were men that I heard saying that I was attractive, I was pretty, I was cute, and if you want me to be honest with you, this woman who's pretty, you guys shouldn't be talking about her. That's sexual harassment. What if she heard you and decided to report you? Which I wouldn't, because it was innocent. They just said I was pretty. That was innocent. That was no reason to threaten those boys. Dead serious. I'm not gonna report somebody for saying I'm pretty and they like my eye color. Jesus. She was so offended. The tone in her voice. Now, at first I thought, okay, she's protecting me. Okay, I get it, but I was like, okay, she's protecting me. I don't understand why. No, I was so horribly wrong. That woman was not protecting me. That was jealousy brewing. And, okay, that is homegrown emotional witches brew, okay? Really, it was. She told them that was sexual harassment and objectifying me as a woman. I feel how they did it was tastefully. It was innocent. They were just like, man, the new girl's really pretty. She's got, are those her real eyes? They're a nice color, blah, blah, blah. That's all they said. They didn't say, yeah, her boobs are blankety blank. Her butt is blankety blank. Her thighs are. They didn't say none of that. They strictly kept it eyes. She's pretty. That's okay. Nobody should get offended over that. It's a compliment. Jeez. Right? I would have never been offended over that. And I wasn't when I heard it. So I came through, and I came on through anyway, like I didn't hear anything. And the beast showed itself right there because she was. And the boys were right there because I guess they were wondering if I heard them or not. And she's like, and you think about what you did because you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You don't need a job if you're coming here looking at women. And so I just kind of played it off because there was no way for her to know if I heard anything. See, the hallway, there's like the basement and then there's a door that cuts through. So there is no way she could have known that I heard that. It's fairly, how do I say this? There's so many people coming through that you couldn't tell if it was me or the next person. So I was around the corner though, coming through that basement entrance because from the employee doors, we had to take the basement down and come through and go through the basement to get through the kitchen and the catering department. So that's why I was just like, what? Because sometimes some women generally are offended and they do think about the other woman, but not her. Her reasons, she was worried about the men. Like, I'm going to say this. There were times she rudely threw me over to the other kitchens, the restaurants in this building, and there were men who had stuff to say about me that hit on me. There were even some guys, they saw me later on down the line, and they admitted that this particular chef had jealousy issues and how she, talked about me. And I was just like, I didn't care about that. I don't even want to hear it. And they were like, but yeah, me and the other guys, we did try to get you to stay. We thought you worked well, and she just wasn't having it. She threw away your retention form. Okay, so I'm fast forwarding. Let me get back to the story. So fast forwarding back to when I came through the basement entrance to the kitchen, right? This lady saw me. And this lady just gave me this look. And her attitude went from, hey, Lauren, how are you? Like from her it was the days before to, Lauren, what are you standing there for? Get to your station. We're really busy today. Seriously? I'm telling you, jealous women, they have this thing where they are vicious. They will say anything about you. They will use any angle they can to attack your credibility. It's horrible. So whatever the case is, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, that just like I should have taken my credentials and left. I shouldn't have stayed there. Like, I'm much smarter than I was when I was 22 and 23. Um, I don't stay places where people harass me like that anymore. Thank God I've grown up from that. Yeah. So, see, I'm gonna tell you, there are situations where you can sue, as in sue to uh right the wrongs or take care of. So, moving back into the story, um, the door that I came through, the entrance, there were other people coming through for work, so there was no way to know if I was be coming around the corner or not, just to specify. But I was close enough to where I can hear. So there were like, what, four of my other coworkers, some of the guys that liked me coming through, and one young lady that I got along with really well at this job. So I had saw them pass by. But yeah, there was no way to know if my feet were coming around the corner or not, because there were other people going while I was standing there, and I heard everything. So coming through, she gave me the death stare like I killed a cat or something, hurt a mama or something. She gave me this look. She turned around and she yelled at the boys and told them that you need to think about what you're saying to these other women on these jobs. You need to think about what you're saying. Watch your mouth. You come here to work to flirt with these women, and if they're flirting back to make you think that they want you, you need to report them. It's unprofessional. They just said I was pretty. Said my eyes were pretty. Like, Jesus. So, fast forwarding. So, everything in between the 2.5 weeks before we got our new staff added, there was her constantly insulting me, constantly finding reasons to attack my credibility. She attacked my credibility to the point that I doubted myself. And it was always her trying to find reasons to attack me. So it was ridiculous with this woman. This was very ridiculous. Any little thing just to say something to me from that point on, because somebody said I was pretty. I'm sorry. To me, thinking about having to say, oh, somebody said I was pretty and said I had pretty eyes, that's a mind boggler. You cannot attack somebody else because somebody thinks that this person is attractive and they didn't say that about you, because I'm going to round it up to the sum and say that that's really what this is. So now I'm going to go back a little bit because I forgot to include this. Now, when there's new staff added, there's always an introduction so everybody can introduce themselves to a new person. So they can basically tell who, what, and say how they feel or say something nice about people that they know. And, so the new staff, we got together, we said nice things about the people we all know, or things we liked about people, or how we felt about whatever. And I got a compliment as usual. Let me not say as usual. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being very sarcastic. To be honest, a lot of people didn't tell me to my face. Most of the guys that were attracted to me or would say I'm pretty, they kept it to themselves. I don't think they felt confident enough to come up to me. See, this company didn't really have the whole dating policy thing like that. Like, as long as they weren't in your direct kitchen. Because there were multiple different companies. We all shared a big kitchen, and then there was another 3 or 4 kitchens on the other side, and then some more in the rest of the building. So it's that kind of thing. But if you were from different kitchens and departments and stuff, then that was okay, long as they weren't from your direct division. So back to the introduction line. Now, the very first introduction line and, expression line, somebody said that I was cute, and one person said I was adorable because I'm small. And the chef hater, she was nice then. This was like my second day there. Now, fast forwarding after the week, she's been insulting me and all this other stuff and finding reasons to stay on my heels, trying to bring me down. If other people said my food was great or I did great on something, it was an insult. But if the big person came in and complimented me, then it was, oh yeah, she did a good job after she insulted me. Prior to that, she's that type of person. So Chef Hater is a very nasty individual. So the second time we had introductory line after we had new staff added, new staff, from getting to know me, they said I was pleasant. They liked that I was happy. I smiled. They felt that I was helpful. And of course it was a guy, and they said I was pretty. And there goes Chef Hater. See, I'm gonna tell you this. Chef Hater wasn't ugly, and I would say out of a 10, she's a 7.5. So she's not ugly, but she's cutish. Depending on, some women, depending on how they do their hair and they do their face and everything, but whatever. So, of course, it was a problem when he said I was pretty. So when this guy said this and other people agreed, and it wasn't just men, we had a few lesbian employees there too that, they were like, girl, you pretty, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, you're in my division. Back off, boo. Go on. Go on, boo. Get. So they're like, yeah, she is really pretty. That's true. So this bride was just, she was trying to keep a straight face, and even one of the other managers were like, is something wrong? Are you okay? Oh, nothing, just some stuff with some orders isn't going my way. I just checked my phone. They're like, oh, okay. So, really, she didn't care about her phone. Actually, I don't even remember her having her phone. But you know how the managers, if I tried to report that, would have said, oh, we don't remember seeing her with her phone. To be honest, when we did those introduction circles after she started to dislike me, or feel good circles and expression circles, I kind of would be scared, because if somebody complimented me, or somebody said, sorry guys, I got cut off again. If somebody complimented me or said something good about me in general, I would be afraid that she would use that and she would be angry and attack me. I would really be afraid. So nobody could say anything nice about me. Nobody could compliment me. It got to a point where, and I'm going to tell you this, there's been no place that I've been when it comes to insecure women like this. Insecure women like this are very toxic women. They tend to want to tear that other woman down, and no matter what place I've worked, when it was an insecure woman in this case, I've always been called disgusting, vile names, accused of disgusting, vile acts. I mean, we're all grown. Let me not say we all. People who want to have sex have sex. I'm not saying I don't or don't want to. It's just that I'm picky and I'm particular. And sometimes I might just be bored, and I might just need somebody to take up space until either my heart is healed or I'm just not bored anymore. And then I'm like, ugh, whatever. I've always been that type of person, And I've seen a lot of people, they do this. It's typical. But whatever the case is, really, I've never understand people, who want to shame people like that. But also, keep in mind, people who go for those type of, accusations, that's what they do. They know to call you that because that's what they do. And in their mind, they're embarrassed of what they've done. So they figure they're going to embarrass you. People always attack you with their insecurities. If they're ugly, they're going to call you ugly. They know that you're not ugly. They're going to call you that because they don't like themselves or how they appear. compared to other women. See, those are women who don't love themselves. That's very sad too. But yeah, I knew I was gonna be attacked. I was gonna be harassed. I knew she was gonna make my day a living hell, and she did. She did make my days living hell as long as I worked there. So I'm gonna fast forward things because I kind of want to stop talking about this because stuff like this makes me angry. Makes me very angry. And if I knew how to blackball this person for what she did to me, if I had, because I'm gonna tell you, there are ways to really heavily destroy somebody's career. If I had those type of connects, it would be it for her because that's not professional at all what she did to me. I can't help how I look, and if the men at work gossip and say I'm cute, pretty, whatever, that has nothing to do with me. I came there to get my money. I came there to make a living. I came there so I could feed myself, clothe myself, pay for tuition. I didn't come there for that other bull crap. You know, that petty ass 15-year-old. Oh no, I want this man. So let me really break this down for you guys. So she saw me out with somebody that I was dating, and her and another coworker on an off day saw me and this person I was dating go to Target. Right? And yeah, I know I said I was gonna get into this, but this ties into the story that I said I was gonna tell, where she mentioned about homosexuality. So when I say another person, you pretty much get where I'm going with this. So I'm still gonna tell this in the next story, but she discriminated against me in that manner too. She shamed me and she made me feel disgusting. So that's what type of disgusting woman this was. And that is why I call her Chef Hater. So after that, the next event, we had another guy that came in there and he was new and he's like, oh, your eyes are green. All this time I've been talking to you and I never noticed your eyes were green. That lipstick brings your face out. I really, 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 really like it. Blah, blah, right? And this guy's a gay guy. He's not straight. He's, just super energetic, happy, nice, really expressive type guy. Oh my God. How she turned a compliment into something nasty, y'all. This broad sat up there and said to me, she comes up to me and says, aren't those contacts though? You really shouldn't be wearing, colored contacts to work as it's not your natural eye color. I looked in and I said, what? I said, these are my real eyes. I was born with these. What is wrong with you? She offended me so much. Like, of course, I shouldn't have said what is wrong with you to my boss, but that was what came out of her mouth afterwards was so very racist. It's not even funny. Her exact words. Oh, let me get in the voice. Oh, well, so many black women are wearing contacts. I mean, I'm shocked. What? And I said, excuse me? Most black people don't actually have those eye colors. There are contacts that look realistic. You heard me, honey. She didn't bite any bones about what she said to me and about my eye color. You heard me. None. So that right there showed me what type of person she was. So moving forward, she did everything she could. Like, I think she couldn't really take that a lot of people, some people were starting to like me, get to know me and stuff. So she did what every other hateful broad does in high school. Yeah, you heard it. Except for this bride was nearing her 40s. She was in her mid 30s when I met her. So I'm sorry, when you're that old and you're doing that high school stuff, that high school jealous little girl stuff, you're too old. When you're in your 20s, you're too old. Deal with the fact that you don't like yourself. See a therapist. See a therapist. Jump off a cliff. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you don't like what I said about jump off a cliff. But seriously, some of these women need to learn to go love themselves. Okay? And I don't mean it the way Justin Bieber. I mean it in the way that I can't actually communicate it so I don't get demonetized. So let's keep it there. Yeah. She went there. She didn't bite no bones. She wasn't ashamed. She had no shame. If I was the lady from Game of Thrones and she was Cersei's ringing the bell, she'd be walking through the streets. Why? Black women don't usually wear their real eyes. They wear contacts. She'd be saying it with no shame. Probably wouldn't give two rats behinds about what she said. You know? It's just how certain races critique black women these days now. They think everybody is like that. So, I'm sorry I'm messing with my hair. I got OCD, y'all. It just bothers me, that's all. So, moving forward, it was ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out what I should tell you and not tell everything. So it got to a point where I found out she tampered with paperwork because I was gonna be made a full employee. She did something and tampered with the paperwork with the people who work there, and I found out about it and I left. I actually ran into some of the guys who actually worked in the other kitchens. One of them who wanted to ask me out, and he told me, he's like, yeah, she was really hating on you. Like, I found out she did get fired. And I know that to be fact because actually, Indeed, I still get emails from them. Indeed actually showed that position that she held for the few years she was there was open, and it was looking to fill immediately. So, whatever the case is, I found out that she got fired. She got caught in her ways doing what she usually does to people. In other words, torturing women who look like me. The guy basically admitted that every time a woman that was attractive came in that kitchen, she would always do stuff to them and make them, try to run them off. She would just, while I was there, she did a lot of gossiping about me. She spread stuff about me that wasn't true, like a little high school girl. We'll get into that in another video. But yeah, this is my story about my disrespectful boss. I did end up leaving. I did end up getting another job. And yeah, I was actually, I was better off not with that company. Just because a company has a big name, keep in mind, big name means bigger problems. So remember that, guys. It's best to just save up your money if you're going to work for that big name company and get the hell out of there and away from people. That's what I got to say about my disrespectful boss. Disrespectful.